beauties, hi baby girls, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, you're highly welcome. I'm still at the end. So today we are doing products that are very essential for beginners. So if it's something you like to hear, do keep on watching. Before we continue, please hit the subscribe button if you have not. Give me a big thumbs up if you like the video, and share your thoughts on the comment section. Recommend products that you think are good too. I would like to experiment on them. So without ado, let's go straight into the video. Good lip gloss is a must have. If you have a cracked lips like me, my lips usually get so dry until it cracks. So if you have that kind of situation, a lip gloss is a must have before you start the makeup. I do apply before I start the makeup. For a good brow, you need a good eye pencil or a good pomade, and I would advise you go for Davis number 3 eye pencil if you are the same color as I am. But if you are a little bit lighter, you go for number 8. And I think number 8 is darker than number 3. I usually go for number 3. A good eye pencil you must have, because I always say your brow can make or break your makeup. So I'll start filling it in. I usually use just one product. I don't go for, I know some people will go use the other lighter one to fill in this outer corner, but when I get to this outer corner, I'm always very light-handed, so I don't need like 3 eye pencil or 2. I just use just this one, and it does well for me. Eyebrow, a good concealer is a must have because you use it for highlighting later. I usually go for the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. I know that there are different shades that you can pick from, but if you don't like the LA Girl, there is Zikel, that's the Nigerian brand. There's this Northern Beauty concealer too. There are so many other, there are so many good concealers that are perfect for different reasons. For me, I prefer the LA Girl. It is low on the dollars and it does the job well. So, and you can use a foundation too, the foundation that is 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. Sometimes I do use some foundation for concealing my lower brow. And for national brand, there's this Maybelline concealers. I know that Maybelline do have concealers. There is Color Pop. The Color Pop one too is good. There is the one in Reverse Place. That one too is a good choice. But if you are low on them dollars and you want something that will come out right, I advise you go for LA Girl. We want to do makeup and we don't want to break the bank too. Want it to look nice. I'm still using that same concealer, the one I used as my eyeshadow base. See, multi-purpose. I usually use my foundation to line my upper brow, but if you want to go for a concealer, you could go for a shade that is closer to your skin tone or your skin tone. I don't like the effect of that halo. I don't always use this shade for my upper brow. So today is just for the product. Sorry, I will not be focusing on the processes. Just talk about the products. I think this palette is a lifesaver. Why did I say that? Because as a beginner, you will need matte colors, like matte colors. Then you will need shimmers too. And this palette has it all. And for my Nigerian sisters, please avoid abuki, because you will spend money. The pigment, you won't have that pigmentation. You will not V Beauty, it's a very good palette because you have that pigmentation we are always going for, and Ezekiel not so much. This is the splash palette I got very disappointed because there was no pigmentation at all. Some of it, but some, the green, the green in that palette, this is the one I'm talking about. This orange doesn't work. You apply. Nah. So Ezekiel product, I don't know whether the other palettes they are good, but this one I got just for expensive shadows. You have Morphe eyeshadows are the originals. The original shadows, they are good, very good. Not that they are good. Juvia's Place too, perfect. Which other products? Nuban Beauty. They are expensive, but they are worth it. I'm trying to remember brands, but just avoid buying from Abuki. Abuki will disappoint you. You see how the shadow will be so colorful in the pan, but apply it, it's a different story entirely. Living in Nigeria, I hope you are aware that there are so many imitations. Like you see a product written Juvia's Place and it's not Juvia's Place. So I'm actually looking for an online vendor that sells those original products. If you know of any, please share in the comment section, because it's actually very difficult to see online vendors in Nigeria that sells original products. I need recommendation, please. So if you know of any, put your baby girl on and I'll be super grateful. But as a beginner, I just need a shadow that has mattes, and that matte is that powdery one, the one that looks like powder, feels like powder. The shimmer is this one I'm using here. So you can use and apply in your lid area. I need to shine up. That is the shimmer. I can make sure everything is well blended. We don't want any harsh lines. We want it to be seamless, to flow from one to the other. One continuity, that's the word. What do you think of the shadows? So I'm still waiting to get my hand on that Maybelline Colossal Mascara. I think it will be wasted on me since I don't have natural lash, but this one actually does a good job. Zaron have good mascara, and here for eyeshadows too, Zaron have pretty nice shadows. Even though I'm not using any of their shadow, I think the reviews and all I've seen, I think they have good eyeshadows. Noban too have good eyeshadow. The Mood Beauty, I've searched where I can get that eyeshadow in Nigeria. I've not seen Mood Beauty. I want it. Liners, you need a liner that has the edges actually sharp, so that when you're lining your brows, lining your eye, it will come out sharp and fine. You can actually build it up if you want to. Not liners that don't give you that option of building. Classic Lash Glue, since I couldn't get my hand, I think it does a pretty good job. I couldn't get my hand on the original dual lash glue because I thought that there are so many fakes. those in Nigeria. I know that there are so many fakes in the market. You see, they'll write there do large blue. You go to the house. It's aside the importance of moisturizer. You moisturize your entire face. For those that have very dry skin, actually very important. Me, I have oily skin. I do moisturize too. It does not depend on the skin type. You moisturize. I usually use Nivea for moisturizing, but Pond's is a good moisturizer too, to rehydrate the skin, make the skin look soft and shiny. The moisturizer I've sit like for 2 minutes to absorb into the skin. I go in with my Pond's. This is a primer, all control. For my dry skin sisters, I think you should go with an hydrating primer, because this one is so mattifying. You don't want to make, after your makeup you are still looking ashy and like the living dead. So you go for hydrating primer. It's always written there. Zaron have a very good one. And for those that have combination skin, that produce oil just here and their nose, UV plus here, I think you can apply mattifying primer in those areas. The rest of the face you go for hydrating primer, because if you have dry skin, please don't use Pond's. Don't use any hydrating primer. It's written don't use any mattifying primer. It's always written there, mattifying, hydrating. So when you're buying, you should check first. The foundation, I would advise you save up for Maybelline Superstay foundation. This foundation, it's good for all skin type, for oily, combination, and dry skin. This is a king. NYX2 is very good, and it's actually within the price range of this one. But for NARS is for those that have cash. For oily skin, this is actually good, but I don't like the finish on my face. I don't know. This is good, but if you have dry skin, don't go for this. I think they have hydrating foundation. So you see, all control. So if you have dry skin, don't go for anything that controls all. You should go for the one that will like hydrates your skin. Zekel, another good foundation. If you are low on the dollars, it's actually very good too. But you shake it before you use it. For this one too is for oily skin. I think they have for, okay, this one is for all skin type. For the matte one comes in a form of like this, for those that, for the matte foundation. I've used it in my previous video, but it's not at hand now for me to show you guys. So you can use, if you have oily combination skin or combination, I don't know that thing is combination or combination. And for dry skin, this is actually very good. Before I knew what good makeup was, this was my go-to for foundation. But this one does not have, I think the classic, it does not have skin shade. After applying, you look white. So since I went to this thing and I knew, I stopped using it, because no matter the shade you apply, you will always look white. Your face will be whiter than your body. You know, it does not have that skin tone. So this one is a no-no for me for now. Right now, this. And the black hop, I don't know whether this is the original or what, but my mom got it for me. It's too red. Do I like the finishing? I don't like the finishing of this. That's why I'm contemplating whether it's the main deal or whether it's one of those aboki that they just drew my mom for it. So this one, foundation, 2 pumps is actually enough, and you can apply it directly with your blending brush, sponge like this, and start blending. this is the Zika one I'm using now, or I use the Maybelline in rainy season. In dry season, my face is usually darker. See, just that one point or that one this thing, and everything is covered up. I'll do same for this side of my face using a dabbing motion. And I use the finishing to apply on my nose. I don't go into my nose with fresh product since product tends to break out more on the nose side. So always avoid fresh product there. And for my hairline, I start here, then I blend it towards there. Blend. And don't forget your neck too. Don't forget it. I'm going back in with that LA Pro Conceal. See how many dots? 3 dots, because this one is actually very bright. This one is almond, not fun. I usually set my face immediately. I use the powder and liquid product. And for setting, please don't use pressed powder. I used it before, it turned out bad. Sacha Buttercup is actually a very good product. And RMC No Color is actually another one. I think Ezekiel and Zaron have pressed powder too. Even Urban Beauty, that one's for the Nigerian brands. International brands, I think I've said Sasha is actually international brand. Juvia's Place, Color Pop, No Filter, Fenty Beauty. Those are all good powders. If they are low on the dollar, Sasha. If you guys are familiarized with my channel, you know I use this in almost every videos, because buying a palette is economical. See, they have everything you might need except not setting with these pressed powders. The pressed powder did not work well for me, but for the contour, the blush, the highlights, I use this. What's your experience with pressed powder and using to set your highlighted part of your face? For contour, I usually go in circular motion. It does show here, but it's not showing on camera. It's actually very frustrating. But the excess on my blend. Hope you guys are seeing. And for contouring your hairline too, you know that the contour is supposed to make your hairline look smaller. If you have a big forehead, you can use the contour to make it look smaller. Bring it down. For my nose contour, I usually go one shade darker, sorry. Because blending out contour in the nose side can be very difficult, so I go just one shade darker. For the rest, I go 2 shades. Using this light to video is so hot. So to set the rest of my face, I'm using my finishing powder to buff everything in. And let me apologize for my neighbors, because it's not easy. Like seriously, that's why I don't want to talk through, because I don't want those backyard background noises. See me backyard noise. think guys, you guys know what, you guys don't know what time it is. I'm a blush girl. I love that extra color on the face. I love it too much. If you're looking for a black liner to line your water line, that it won't be harsh on the eye, I think this one is million something, but ink blot is actually very good. This one is that's wiped off. You know that those liners that we use those days, that when you apply, if it there touches your eye, hey, your eye will get watery. It will start producing oil. But this one, not like that these days, baby. And for my favorite part of makeup, I'm going in with that Avo Professional Powder Palette, but I'm waiting to try that Fenty Beauty. What was that? Yeah, I've forgotten the listing. Fenty Beauty, this thing, highlighter, Hustler Baby. Yes, I want to try that one too. Apply to my chin to using a circular motion. Lipstick. I think a good lipstick is actually a go-to, because you can apply some lipstick and it will break quick, and avoid a bulky lipstick. That's for my Nigerian sisters. And I always go MAC classic. Milani too. Milani have good lipstick. Milani, this thing. So I'm using these three today. For the grand finale, if you are using this one, you think that the setting spray is not important at all, because this one feels like as if you're even using water. But this, my dear, this I heard the MAC Hard Glue Grip setting spray is very good. The Make It Last setting spray is very good. But if you are loading dollars, you go for this to serve the purpose very well. I hope the things we got from the lessons today. If you have dry skin, use hydrating products, hydrating foundation, hydrating powder, hydrating products, minus the eyes and the lips and the brows. If you have combination skin, that's you produce oil just here in your nose and some certain part of your face, use matte in those places to produce oil most, and you can use combination like the hydrating the rest of your face. But if you have oily, you can use matte primer, matte foundation, matte powder. Everything should be matte so that to stay in place. And setting spray is actually very important, so you set the whole of your face with setting spray. Moisturizing too is actually very important. You moisturize too. So guys, thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate this. Till the next time, bye.